going on, y'all? Gonzo's Convos, Season 5, Episode 27. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Damariz. I just got this is my first time going to podcast, so I'm ready for whatever you guys would like to share. I'm very open minded, so
I
pretty
got
much.
Hey, all right. I'm Nique. My real name is Dominique, and this is my first time on a podcast, and I'm ready too. But let me turn on my light because I feel like it's a little dark.
you. So for you, how were you feeling when I first asked? Actually, she came back. So, what was y'all's first reaction when I reached out to invite y'all on the podcast?
I honestly went to your page and started looking at all the podcasts and stuff and listening. And I was like, okay. I was like, how do you find me?
Yeah. What about you?
Um, Kind of like the same, but to be honest, I was like, let me see what he talks about, cause I've been wanting to go to podcast, and I was like, cause I got stuff to say, but it's like, like it's cool things you want to share about, but a lot of people don't talk about.
Yeah.
So, but I definitely checked out your page. I was like, he seems chill. Like his podcast, because like I looked over their like podcasts in the past, and I was like, you get to share like out of the norm stuff, kind of.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, especially like so, my podcast is for one explicitized, so you could do pretty much whatever you want, say whatever you want, so shit like that. Um, and this shit is very open, like free. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's gonna, at least on my podcast, no one's gonna judge other people by based off like what you say, what you think, type of do. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause everyone got their own opinions and it's judge free. So
Yeah.
yeah. And I feel like the topic that I've been talking about a lot is this generational type stuff, and everybody has an opinion on it. I feel like.
And what's
Yeah,
the topic?
So basically, it's talking about this generation, like what the pros and cons are, you know, what they need to work on, shit like that.
Yeah.
If if like what you like about it, what you don't like about it, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
mainly what it's about. So what do you guys think about this generation?
you want? Do you want me to go first? Or I can. It's up
Yeah,
to you.
it don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter.
I feel like there's like a lot of positive things, that you can look at, because there's a lot of freedom nowadays,
Hmm.
for like this generation. But definitely, I feel like there's a lot of like different cultures, like things have been normalized, and like you say, to each their own. But I
Yeah,
feel like nowadays, like a lot of people make you feel like you have to submit yourself to that, else you're not like in, or like like you're not it kind of thing. And it's like you should be like allowed to be yourself without being judged. I feel
right.
like that's why I mentioned, like I have taken a step like back from social media a lot sometimes, because like constantly you get like those little things where you're like, this is not kind of it for me, but
Mhm.
at the same time you're like, you can't relate to other people, so it's kind of like back and forth, I feel
I
like.
got, I got you. What about you?
Well, I feel like the generation today is popping. I like it, honestly. Of
Cool.
course, it's always going to be some pros and cons, but I feel like we fit right in, and I feel like I like the generation right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So based off the
It's
previous
lit.
guests, I don't say based on like the previous guests I've had on, they all said like, as far as relationships, dating, and all that stuff goes, it's going downhill type of deal. So you're the first one to say that it's popping, that is lit. So I'm curious, what makes you say that, like have that thought?
Because like today, I feel like people are too worried about like what everybody is doing. Like it's only lit if you mind your business. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If you just living in your own world, minding your business, it's lit. You don't have to worry about what everybody else is doing. Just worry about yourself and don't have no type of comment towards nobody because nobody perfect. So
I agree with that because I feel like if you already separate yourself from the rest, if you just focus on your own shit, focus on you instead of other people. Because you're right, there's too many people that worry about other people in this generation for sure.
yeah.
But
How would you like what do you say your name is? Sorry.
Nick.
Neat. How do you feel like relationship wise though? Like, because I feel like you have positive like. intake, and I want to see that positive. I'm not a negative person, but I'm like, dang, I have definitely gone through a lot of stuff that I'm like makes me wonder.
Well, dating today is crazy. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I was like, I just want to know because I want to be able to relate. I just generally been single for like 6 years, and I'm like,
Dang, that's no, I feel like you should date and get out there because there's more to see and more to experience, but I feel like nobody is trying to like be committed. So I feel like
yeah,
just do you and live your life. I mean, I know you've been like single for 6 years, but that's a long time. I feel like you should date.
for real. Like,
You
girl,
should
you need
date and
to get
try
your
people out
boyfriend.
because you never know. You know, there's good people out there too.
Yeah, for
Still.
sure.
Yeah.
I would say dating in this generation is definitely a struggle, especially as a younger individual. It is a struggle for sure. And the reason why I say that is because people are so used to, texting back and forth, hitting each other up on social media. They're not really like trying to go and do the old school face to face. Let me go knock on your door, get you outside type shit. No one likes to do that anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I experienced, like going on a date for a certain amount of time and then it stops. So it's like after that's not fun and it's like confusing. So it's like wasted time.
Right.
So but like we should just like still date if it doesn't go well with whoever you're dating, just date other people and
Right.
don't like, separate yourself from like having fun and living still.
True. Do you feel like social media kind of affects the way people try to get in relationships though?
100%.
Yeah,
But
I
then
feel like,
sometimes too, though, you can definitely find a vibe and love on like meeting someone on social media. Because I mean,
I've seen people do it. It's just it's
yeah,
rare. It's rare though.
it's
It's rare as fuck.
oh,
What
I'm
about
trying
you?
to like them. um, yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I have a lot of hairstylists. They'll be like going it like I'm a hairstylist, and I be doing like some woman's hair, and they're like getting engaged, and I'm like, how do you meet your partner? And they're like, on like Tinder and stuff, and I'm like, oh, like you're getting married and whatnot. So I like definitely trying to get like them, but definitely feel like an issue is like lack of honesty. Like she says, like you can go on so many dates, but like if you're not feeling the vibe, it's like like we can just keep it civil. Let's go look for somebody else. That way you don't waste each other's time, and one person doesn't put more than the other. I feel
yeah,
like.
yeah.
I agree. Tinder is crazy though.
I
Like,
heard, but I've never been on a dating site. I've never been on a dating site. Just like
No.
Instagram.
I mean, so Tinder is literally for people to just meet up and get the fucking. Like that's what it
That's
is.
crazy.
And then on to the next type of shit. That's literally what it is. Like our generation messed up a whole dating app. Turned
One
it.
time my ex, sorry, my bad.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
One time my ex told me I should go on a dating app because he was going on a dating app, and I was like, out of a joke, like I downloaded it, and I was like, I came back traumatized. I was like, hell no, because like I guess Facebook does this like dating app thing, and
That's
I
what's
was
going on.
like, the stuff they were saying, I was like, there's no way. I was like, ain't no way I'm
Yeah,
gonna find love in here, but you never know, right? So
No, I heard Facebook dating is the place to be. I don't know why, but you find a lot of successful people on there. That's serious, more than
really,
like Tinder and all those other sites. Yeah.
that's interesting.
Because Facebook, right, is more family oriented and
Right.
it's not too much like Instagram and explicit and stuff.
Yeah.
that's true.
So
That's interesting. Because I haven't really like met people or like talked to people that have tried Facebook dating.
Facebook, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
if it's successful, hey, I mean, that's
That's
cool.
what I heard, but yeah, I've never been on there.
Well, you yourself, you're single, correct?
Yeah. Single and
Wow.
dating.
Single and dating.
And dating.
So you might
So
not.
dating is, I mean, single, dating. If you're dating, you single,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
right?
Hey, why not try the Facebook dating? See how that works for you.
I know, right?
Unless they're
I don't
like in an
know.
open relationship, because people been the amount of people that reach out to me in open relationships on Facebook, it was weird. I was like,
And it's
eh,
always people to me that's in relationships that are dating, you know?
Yeah, and or
It just,
the dating apps. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Secretly, but sometimes, yeah.
They're
Well,
secretly, yeah, they're in relationships, so it's like it's crazy.
well,
Like,
wait,
what do
so
you?
you guys have had like dudes that were like in a whole relationship hit y'all up?
Absolutely.
It's more
Is there a
they.
word for that? Or like they're together, but they believe in like dating other people. Like there's like a belief or some shit. Like a It's like a word
Like,
for it.
I want to say something. I'm like,
Pol-
is it oversharing? Because
Polygamy or some shit like that.
I've been like that, and I was like, I feel like a couple tried to put me in a love triangle without me wanting to, and I was just
Yeah, that's
like,
weird. That's weird.
it was really
Crazy.
weird.
Yeah, it'd be like that. It's
I
crazy.
think it's called polygamy, but like that shit's weird
Oh yeah, yeah.
because it's weird because they're getting in a whole relationship, but like more than willing to go and mess around with other people. So it's like, what's the whole point of even getting together? Like, what are y'all doing?
And that's why it's not a lot. Dating today is just don't make no sense.
It
And
don't.
there's no trust at all because of those reasons. And
Not only
everybody
that,
gets caught and exposing each other.
not only that, but have you seen what younger individuals what they look for in a partner? Like the what they look for.
Mm, hmm.
I
What
can
the-
say like, sorry, like I wanna like know how like people are so in toxicity. Like I had a person tell me like, I wish you were more toxic with me, so I would have been with you, and at that point I was like, I'm too grown for that. Like, what do you mean? I don't want to do that. Like, why do
Yeah,
you have?
that's different. Like I'm not gonna ask somebody to be toxic. Like no, no, that's not
And
how
I'm
that's
like,
gonna work. That's crazy. And that there's that too. There's a lot of people into some crazy
they
weird shit.
yeah, they prefer toxic
Yeah, I don't
over
know.
class. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say like when it comes to dudes, what they look for from what I've seen is like they just look for like a pretty face and a big ass. That's what they care about, you know. And the chest is like the extra thing, but that's mainly what a dude's looking for. He's not really like paying attention to the personality and shit. And that's why there's a lot of toxic relationships on that factor, you know. And then you
But
have the females. The females they look for a dude that's 6 foot and taller, has the right zodiac sign for I don't know what the fuck. And he makes six figures.
wow.
so tell us, as a young guy, what do you look for?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
So I'm gonna be honest, the looks is what's gonna get your attention. Like I'd be lying if I told you it's not gonna grab my attention. But the looks is what's gonna get my attention. And I'm gonna go and meet her. Like I'm gonna go introduce myself and figure out what her vibe and personality is like. And if
Yeah.
she's just a pretty face but a nasty attitude, then we're gonna leave that alone. But if she actually turns out to be cool and vibes with me, then I'm gonna see it through. I'm not just gonna be like, yo, she's bad. Like I'm just gonna go fuck. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I used to be like that in high school. It wasn't it too much.
Would you
Wait,
feel like? Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. My fault.
Would you feel like, let's say, because I've seen this a lot, right? Like where guys can like lie to different people, and like they'll end up with somebody. Like I feel like sometimes guys tend to pick what's easier for them. So like even if
Yeah.
they really like another person, they'll go with the person that like always submits himself, kind of thing. It's like I don't know how to explain it. I never understood that part. Like I don't know if that makes any sense. Is like I had multiple situations like that where it's like, oh, you're asking too much or kind of stuff, and then they'll just go to somebody that they dropped before, kind of thing, just because they're like, oh, this is like safer for me. Would you think like that's a guy thing?
Um, I would say there's a lot of different dudes that do that shit for sure. There's none that I know personally that have done that or been through that. So no, but I'm sure they're out there. You know,
True.
definitely. I do, or have realized that females, when it comes to females, like for some reason, a lot of them feel more into the dudes that are going into bad shit or like that are doing bad shit. And it's like they know they're not supposed to be with them because that's gonna be bad for them, but they don't listen to that and they still go back to the same dude. Even if like she got cheated on multiple times, and that's something I never understood.
Dang. Yeah. I think we've all been through that. as
Yeah,
women.
yeah. I've been through it once. I got cheated on like 3 times before I could realize like, oh shit, like what am I even doing? And that was
Mhm.
like the puppy love era. Like,
Yeah.
but eventually I grew out of that, and I was like, yeah, I can't let stuff like that happen again because I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep playing fiddle.
You definitely learn as you grow. So
And that's the good thing about going out there, putting yourself out and dating is you learn more each time. You're
yeah.
going to learn something new.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are gonna like make me wanna like go on a date or something. Like I've been out for too long.
I mean,
It's because I like feel like I don't know, like tell me about like just a messed up mentality, but I'm like I'd rather get a lot of other productive things done. It's like such a weird mindset. But I'm like, I'd rather, go work out instead of like what if I don't buy this guy and I just don't like wanna go? But it's just like my mind. I just probably it's probably like some kind of like shield that like in my mind that I have, but I
I
never
don't think
really
it, I don't think it's weird. Like I think that's a good mindset to have. Like if you're focused on doing your own thing, focusing on you, I feel like everything else falls into place.
Yeah.
Like dating, relationship, that shouldn't be like a top priority for you.
And yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be. So I think if you just focus on your own self and doing your own thing, it's gonna fall into place. It'll happen organically. You know.
yeah, I have had people that are like, "Oh, you're gonna be forever alone." Then I'm like, "Dang, like let me live a little."
I used to
I
love when people would tell me that because I'm like, cool, more time for
right
myself.
like
Yeah, why not? But yeah, usually people that make relationships and dating a top priority, they always find themselves getting in a toxic relationship or just not in the right relationship that's right for them, like at all. So it's definitely something that you shouldn't put 100% focus on.
Yeah.
since you said that like you want to talk about generation, what do you feel like the generation of like us women, like as a guy's perspective, like there's some that keeps standing out to like men, I feel like.
You're saying like what a guy's perspective on women are right now?
Yeah, like based on generation wise, like like I feel like a lot of which is respectable, like a lot of guys are like, oh, women aren't the same anymore. So like that's why a lot of times certain guys don't take other girls serious or like stuff
I,
like that.
I get what
It's
you're saying, and that's an interesting question. You know what I'm saying? You're probably gonna ask a bunch of different dudes that same question. They're gonna give you a different answer, but I'm gonna tell you that I think we all evolved. I don't think females are the same as they were back in the '90s, and I don't think dudes are the same as they were back in the '90s either. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just we're constantly evolving, being different. On the as far as the perspective goes, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I said, dudes kind of just see females more as trophy girlfriends, trophy wives, and shit like that. That's what I see a lot. They look for the girl that looks good, that's like could be a model, whatever, an influencer, and they want to go for that. Versus females are more so on the height and the money and the zodiac sign.
no, that's
Every
crazy.
time you meet them, they're like, "What's your sign?"
I can't tell you how many times I got asked that. It's crazy to me.
It's like that don't matter. Vibes actually matter.
I should have
Yeah.
been told that I was toxic and that they can't talk to me. Now they only said like 3 words to me before they asked. I don't even
What
think I
is
said
your
words.
sign? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm an Aquarius, but I don't really know much about it. So
Yeah, me neither.
yeah,
But I like to play around with people. I'm like, I can't talk to you, but no, because of the same reason. Because some people do take that very seriously.
yeah,
They're like,
there's people that believe in that like wholeheartedly.
Which is
yeah,
crazy. And I
Yeah,
think that's a problem too. Today, they'll go straight to looking up the zodiac sign. When vibes are off and seeing
yeah.
like, you know,
Like, oh, it's because you're a Gemini, you're acting like this. Like, what are you
yeah.
talking about? Are you
And I
saying
don't
some
feel
people
like
that
that's the reason. It's the person's character, so it's not
yeah.
their sign.
Even so, like it doesn't matter what time, day, month, whatever I was born in. Like that's not gonna give me my characteristics and
Yeah,
traits and shit. You know, I think
yeah,
that's crazy to me. Like zodiac signs, like I could see them being like fun, like for people to like joke around with them and stuff like that. But if for people that are serious about it, if you notice, they're having trouble with getting themselves in relationships,
Yeah,
and they're having trouble keeping friendships.
Yeah.
that's that's true.
I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but yeah, that's a big thing, and people are still going to be into these zodiac signs forever.
Yeah, I just feel like it became more of a trend as well. Like
Yeah,
with the time, like where people like really base themselves off that. And it's like she says, we don't. It depends, right? Because like there's like you say, like there's always different like opinions from women and like different women. But like personally, me, I didn't really care. I don't know. I can't say height and money or certain sides because like I dated different kinds of men just to like see if there was a different outcome, and I for some reason like it was still kind of similar.
yeah.
And like, especially like money wise, I dated guys who didn't even work, and I was like paying for them and stuff, and then they still treated me poorly, and I was like, damn, like I just probably I live in Chicago, so I don't know if it's a Chicago thing or what.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. But
Just kidding.
I think that's good that you're not big on the height thing because I feel like that's another big trend that really doesn't make any sense. You know, like you could take a female that's what 5'1", 5'2", somewhere short around there, and they want a dude that's like 6'1", 6'2". And for me, I don't know about y'all, but for me, that speaks that they got daddy issues.
Shut up.
Just
Am I
like
right though?
um, I'm
No.
not.
Go.
You don't think so? Actually, like yeah, like if you look at how tall the dude homie is and how short the female is, like it really does look like the dude could be the father and he's walking his child.
I
Shut
can
up.
see what you're saying, but it kind of goes same with guys sometimes. Cause like sometimes I have had even male friends where they're like, yeah, like she's so small and petite, and it's like they automatically think about manhandling them, and I'm like, that's kind of giving weird.
So
You
that's what
know,
I was.
like
Yeah, so that's what I was told too. Is like they want the taller dude because they want to feel protected. So it's something about height that makes them feel protected.
yeah. When
Is
I
that
was yeah,
Well, with me, I've always liked tall guys and guys with status. I don't know. It was just weird.
you said guys with status?
Yeah, with
Like
status.
what do
Like
you mean by
like
that?
a someone like an entrepreneur. Someone is on their shit. So
Oh, so like it could be like someone that got like a following on social media, stuff like that.
it could, yeah,
Okay.
but a certain
Well,
type of one.
I
It
got
all
you.
depends on. I'm not really into like rappers and stuff like that, but more so like entrepreneurs. But I do
Yeah,
like tall. I do like tall because I'm not too short myself. So
which that would make sense. Like if you're, how tall are you?
um, 5'3".
So,
I'm
okay. So
I'm
the
What'd you say?
no, I was gonna say like so define like what a tall man would be to you, like from the lowest height to the highest point.
6'1", 6'1" and starting and higher.
So if there was an entrepreneur that was like 5'5", 5'6", you would be like no because you're too short.
No, I wouldn't be like you're too short. I don't know. I've been attracted to like tall guys, like all
Um,
my life. So
okay, I mean
I
like
never
is it
really tried out a shorter guy though.
right?
So
So like that's where I get confused at too is like because when some females say it, it seems like that's like all they go for, or some of them also put it where that's just a preference, like that's not
it's a
something that
preference, yeah, yeah,
okay. So for you, it's just a preference type deal.
yeah.
Okay.
think about it how guys like a lot of times like curvy women, and like they end up dating like somebody that's like more like on the thinner side, or even like like a heavier side, and it's like they'll still like be attracted more to a certain kind, but it doesn't mean like you're always gonna go to that
Right, right.
Yeah.
specific.
So that I was gonna say because that's what confused me at first was like, or even before was they would like make it seem like that was the go to, like they're not gonna give no chances to nothing unless they
Some
look.
girls don't though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that yeah, I was
Some
like,
girls just go for vibes, whether they short or tall.
right.
So
But I've also like I've had relationships in the past too where like the females like I only like tall dudes, like I only like the 6 foot taller, all this shit. And mind you, I'm 5'6", so I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I just kind of brush it off, and I keep vibing with her, and keep talking with her, and we just get to that point where we're like, okay, I fuck with you, type of deal. And that let me know, like, you're saying all that, but height really doesn't matter if you're already vibing with me, and I'm not 6 foot. You willing to go those extra levels with me, and I'm not 6 foot. So that just tells me you don't care that much about height.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it was just a little interesting to see that, because she was stuck on that.
Hmm. Did
So
you
how
end
did
up?
that turn out?
Yeah.
You said what?
How did that turn out?
It lasted probably about like 5, 6 months, and then
Um,
it was on the other shit.
but then too, I see girls that say that, or they'll, vibe with you according to what you're doing for them or whatever, and knowing that you are short or whatever. But then like go behind your back with the friends and stuff, the female friends, and talk like, oh, he's so short and stuff like that. So that's crazy to me. Like, why
Yeah.
waste his time if you really know that you don't want to talk to him
Well, I like how you
because of
brought
the
like the
height?
friends. You brought the friends in, because I feel like friends can also influence that female so much. Like she might not
Yep.
even believe, like, or even be paying attention to that stuff, and the friends just got to say one little thing, and already she's got to think
It's
that
in her. Yeah, which is messed up. So
it's very messed up. Like I'm like, damn, like
yeah.
she could be messed. Like she could like your vibe. You could be talking, want to go get her number or something. But the friends, if they say one thing, like that's gonna fuck it up for you.
Yeah.
That's why
Right.
I was always iffy about like going up to like girl groups and shit, trying to shoot my shot. 'Cause I was like, nah, bro. Like all it takes is one of them to say some fucked up shit, and that's it. You know.
Yep.
I think it's like a hit or miss. Like they either like hype it up or like they're like, yeah, like
Dumb it down.
You
Yeah.
can get one or the other, yeah. But
yeah.
all it takes is the one female friend to be like, but look at this and look at that. What is he doing there?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, I gotta look back like, yeah, so no number. All right, cool. Like, yeah, that's
What
what
would
it
you think about like females going up to like guys? Is
glad you
that
asked. Because I'm one of those dudes that will encourage that. I think that's something that should definitely happen more often. Like that's like a good difference
Me
because
too.
I'm gonna put it this way. So let's say the dude, because the dudes, us, we're already used to going up to the female to flirt and do our thing, shoot our shot. We don't know if she's gonna like us back or not. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a obviously hit or miss. But if the female goes up to us, that we already know that she's into it. Like we already know she's attracted to us. Otherwise, why the fuck would she come up to us? So we already know. We know that okay, we're not just gonna waste our time here. Like she's interested, I'm interested. Let's see where this goes. Versus if you had to walk up, you could potentially be wasting your time, or you could just, or it might work out. You never know. But if the female walks up, you already know. So that's what I like. You know, how do y'all feel about it?
I tried it a very few times. It never really worked out. So I kind of like, I never really
It
wanted
didn't
to try.
work out.
No, I'm like, I don't know. Either I like, then
I've
again, though,
never.
it depends on what shoot your shot for, you know?
That's interesting that they would deny. Like usually dudes don't. You know what I'm saying? They're usually like, oh shit, someone likes me. You know.
I think I like to I like really serious guys. Like almost like on the arrogant side because I'm like like it's like a challenge to me where like I'm like if they like give me that like positive energy back I feel special but like if they're always friendly to everybody I'm like I generally wouldn't really like that
Yeah.
so it's like it's also like setting myself up because it's like going up to serious guy what if he's not into that
I
so
got
do they think I'm throwing myself at them that's how I feel when I go up to a guy.
I got you. So then what? Because you said you like the arrogance of a dude. Like you like
They're
you
not
like when they're
arrogant.
cocky.
They're not. They're not.
Oh, okay, okay. What about you? Are you the same way? You like the cocky
I've
type?
never approached a guy before, so
But I'm saying like if you're just visualizing out and about and you see like a dude like he seems arrogant or cocky, like is that gonna get your attention in a good way or is that gonna be like a bad thing?
mm, that might be a bad thing for me because I don't like guys that's doing too much when I see them. It's
I
like
got
calm down because some of them will do it in front of you. Like, okay, I do, I see you.
yeah.
But guys will usually know when the female wants to talk to them because they'll either give them the eye or whatever, or
I
might
was gonna
say
say that
something.
too.
But
But that eye is tricky, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. It's because this didn't happen to me. This was one of my homies. Like I think we're out and about, enjoying the nightlife out here. And Vimo was giving him the eyes, at least to us. Like she was, looking his way, giving him the eye. He went over to go talk to her, and she was like, "Nah, I got a boyfriend." Clearly lying though. And I
Mm.
say clearly lying because she was walking up to other dudes after that and like talking to other dudes. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a tricky situation, and I'm trying to figure out even to this day why the hell she said that if she was looking this way.
Yeah, that is tricky. Well, she was with other women, maybe.
Yeah, like she was with friends. She had her homegirls there for sure.
Because sometimes you might be looking for a friend. So, like, I had that where, like, I'm trying to put my finger on with someone. And then now they approach me, and I'm like, oh, like, so it's like tricky.
Like
Yeah.
that shit where you think they're looking at you, but there's someone behind you type
and
shit.
they
Oh,
so no, that's crazy. I feel like when they do that, they're not really into you. So that's why you'll see them still like talking to other guys in the club or whatever. But
Right.
then I don't know what the reason is for them to be like eyeing you if they're not into you, but some girls just
I
do it.
just feel like there was something. What y'all call it? An ick. There was an ick that she had, maybe.
mm,
Like, cause she was looking at him, and he walked up, and as soon as he got to her, that's when she was like, "Nah, I got a boyfriend." So either there was an ick that she saw in him, and I obviously don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe she just didn't like how he stepped with his left foot or some shit. Like something real picky and stupid like that.
Yeah.
I've heard some shit like when females get an ick about something, it's usually something really small.
Yeah.
yeah, like, I'll be honest. I feel like and that's one thing I try working on because I'm like, that's so immature of me. But, like, if I don't like your voice, I can't date you.
The voice. So what does the voice got to sound like?
Um, I don't know. Nothing specific. Like, you cannot, like, sound like, I don't know. Like, it's like I like masculine voices. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, I
Like
don't know. If my
You
voice is deeper than you, I cannot date you. That's basically all I'm saying.
have you met
But
have you met have you met a dude where you had a deeper voice than him?
I feel like, yeah, and like I have like
that's crazy.
no, because I had a lot of encounters, and I like, oh my god, this cannot be real right now. Like, I actually, my last ex, I met through Facebook, and he, like, we would have Facebook calls often, and I think I like got into him because his voice, and then from there we just dated, and it wasn't really like his job status or anything like that. He has worked himself up. But
Yeah,
definitely, I feel like that's and like you say, because like maybe you never know, right? Like, I think that's one of the pettiest things that I definitely try working on, because I'm like, what if I'm like missing on the love of my life over these little things? I definitely have tried to like humble myself and be like more open minded about what I like.
I think that's something we're all working on.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely. Like if you have, like, I feel like if you have an ick, it's gonna be in the back of your mind for almost ever. Because it's
Yeah.
that thing you just don't like. But like what are your icks?
The catfish. Let's talk about it because talking talking to people online, right? And then seeing them in person, and then they don't look, how. Wait, do you hear echo? Is that echo?
Yeah, I hear an echo.
A little.
So talking to people online and they don't look how they look online is just crazy, and that's a huge ick because it's a huge turnoff. So,
I
and
think
I
it's
feel like the
weird.
same with guys too. You guys,
I think I don't say I think it's weird as fuck that people still catfish to this day.
I
It's very, very disturbing in my opinion. But has that happened to you a lot where people would catfish and shit?
haven't had it that much, but a couple of times, and it's like,
So how did you find out they were a catfish?
FaceTime.
FaceTime. So like they had the phone like this or some shit, like just pointed up to
And
the ceiling.
half their face.
Yeah, had
And
their
then
forehead in the camera. You know.
So that's why I can appreciate, when I do meet guys online, they FaceTime me right away, just, because they want to see how you look. So
I'm curious about this too. How would you feel, especially on Instagram, like because they have that video call feature? A dude just randomly video calling. Like
I'm
obviously he's not like a scammer dude. Like he has like a decent following. Like he looks legit type shit. But he video calls. Would y'all answer that, or would you be like, "What the fuck is this?"
I don't think I would end. Nah, I
No.
wouldn't. I For me to answer, I got to be into you and I have to know you. So
Okay. So they would have to drop messages first and then get to the video call.
yeah, it has to already have been a conversation and everything. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
All right. So then I don't know who your favorite celebrity is, but let's say it's your favorite celebrity that's doing that. You're gonna pick up that phone.
Pick up. That's crazy.
Ain't that crazy?
that's
How
so
the
crazy
little
though.
difference, little switch up? Yeah.
And then
Because
they
you
be
feel like you know
weird.
that.
And then they be
Huh?
weird.
But it's
I feel
funny
like they
because
have
I'd be the same way. Like if Becky G was fucking video calling me, yeah, I'm gonna pick that shit up. You know,
Yeah.
why is she calling me? You know, I'll be happy for it.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, just from any like random person, like if they want. At the same time though, like you'll know that they're more legit if you answer that call. Like you'd be able to figure out whether you can hit that block button fast or see it through. You know.
I never saw it that way. I be getting so mad. I'm like, don't not call me. Like, I'm scared.
They're
I
just
feel
trying
like
to
that's
have a conversation.
I'm a shy person for most part when especially if you're like trying to speak to me romantically, I feel like. So
Yeah.
like somebody comes up too strong, I'm definitely gonna like push away. Like it's weird, like and it's not to be mature or anything. It's like a lot of times men come very strong and like they would say they're just direct. But it's like there's ways of doing that and like I'm like if I liked you, sometimes there have been like times where it ruins their own they ruin their own chance because I'm like I liked you but now I don't know if I do because like I
Yeah.
just like are you objectifying me now. That's the kind of thing.
Yeah. No, but going back to the catfish stuff, I feel like if you've caught your catfishes, you could probably go on that show. What is it? The Circle? She do it.
Oh
The
yeah, I know one of the girls from the circle, Tara Alicia. She was really good.
Like you know her personally?
I kind of yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
I was on a few shows too. So
Oh, you were?
oh,
yeah, divorce court. Don't go looking it up.
I'm not. I mean, I don't really. I don't think I need to educate myself on divorce yet.
I
So
never put it out there. I never talk about it. But yeah,
I got you. I got you. What was it like? Is it a reality show?
yeah, it's reality and it's for entertainment. Believe it or not, everybody think it's like
Real and
real,
shit.
but it's for entertainment.
So what is it like being on these reality TV shows?
It's cool. I mean, they fly you out. They give you per diem to go eat and stuff. They pay for everything.
Damn.
I was nervous
I
the
didn't think
time. I ain't gonna lie. I was
I was
nervous.
always sketched out like if they was like all scripted, like the people that win the show or whatever are supposed to win it type of shit.
Yeah, sometimes it is scripted. They
It's
want
scripted like that. Like they
they
already
want
have a
you to
winner.
put extra on it for sure.
So like they already have a winner picked out type of dude.
mm.
I'm not sure about the circle. I'm
No,
not
I mean
sure
I just
about
mean like most reality shows and shit usually do that.
no, that's real. Reality shows are real, but like divorce court itself, I only can speaking on divorce court, like doing that, they it was kind of scripted. They wanted to be scripted. So
So what was that about? Just about people going through a divorce or like
yeah, they had us pick a topic and kind of go on the stand and like go at each other.
I feel like it turned
It's
into like
crazy.
people flaming each other and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly how it is. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, that sounds like an interesting. I thought it was like legitimately about like people divorcing and shit, like the drama behind it.
No.
So would you ever go on a show like The Circle or like what
Let me
those other
tell you,
shows?
the circle is intimidating. I don't know. I feel
Is
like
it
it's intimidating. Yeah, from watching it, I'm like, I don't know. I know
the
it's
thing I don't
competitive.
like? The thing I don't like is for one, you don't like it's hard to like not want to know who the people are, and then two, like you know how they like switch the camera to people and they're like they could be talking shit and you don't know about it.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch that shit again and then be like, oh, you was
exactly.
talking shit the whole time. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't know that. So that's the
I
thing I
would.
was.
I wouldn't do it again though. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't like? What do you mean you wouldn't do it
I
again? Like
wouldn't
you
do
wouldn't.
You
like
wouldn't, or you
stuff.
would?
I wouldn't.
Mm.
'Cause you just have to go back and watch. You know, not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
People
had
are
like
mean
yeah,
too. People are so mean in the comments and on YouTube.
yeah,
I had
Oh yeah, but
thousands
that's always the
of
norm.
comments.
Like you're always gonna have hating ass people saying
Yeah,
shit.
that's something to get used to. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty much already used to that shit because that's I've gotten like 50-50. Like half of them were like keep good job, keep doing your shit, and then the other half are like, what the fuck are you doing? You don't got this, that. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Ain't crazy.
And that's ever since I first started podcasting. So you get used to it eventually.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah.
It's, it,
I had like a DM like from it was like some kind of producer from like MTV, and they wanted like fly me out to Miami, and like I guess it was like like those like where they put a bunch of girls in there, and I can't remember because it was like about a year and a half ago. But like I'm like in the teaching industry, like in beauty, like so I was like I cannot have my
yeah,
students watching this. I like like I can't. I thought like it would have been like a cool experience, but there's just some things like she said like like you don't want to look back into it, and I'm like
the school
I
system
don't.
don't like naughty teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like no.
But I
You don't
mean,
need to use
that probably would have been a cool experience for you.
Yeah. One time don't hurt.
right.
It's
I
not
was
like
like
you're gonna be banned from other schools, like
true.
just that one school, you'll be all right.
But it was
Nah,
just like that fear, like of like you say, not the fear, but like you don't know what's going on, and I never really experienced anything like that. So I was like, what if like I'm like being set up, like like maybe getting in fights and it gets messy and stuff like that. So I'm like, I wasn't really like,
that and could you tell that it was a real producer?
yeah. It's funny because like I looked into his page before I even like it was like a verified page and everything, and it was he had pictures with like 6ix9ine and like Takashi, and like he was like, oh, like just let me know if you change your mind, like we'll fly you out, whatever. Like he asked me for my email and everything, and I was just
Yeah.
like, I was like, oh, like this is happening. I was like really close to taking it, but like I was a little younger too, so I didn't really know. Like my family is very conservative, so I was like, it was like just like a lot of things that like in my mind I was like, I don't know if I'm like ready for it. I was like
Yeah,
maybe in the future, but not now because I don't want to regret it.
I got you. It would have been a wild time for you for sure though.
It would definitely would have been because I was a lot more wild before. I don't know what have been of me.
So that wild side is not with you no more.
And not as much, no.
No,
I try to avoid it.
That's funny.
I feel like it never really leaves people. Like people can like grow out of it, but then once they get the right liquor in their system, then it's right back to square one.
No, for sure. Yeah, it's true. And nothing wrong with having fun.
No,
I think I definitely had my share though. So, like, but
yeah. What about
yeah.
what about you?
I still be lit. I go.
But you be lit, so like I'm like, girl, keep it. Keep
I
having
live
fun.
like I go to basketball games. I go out. Not as much going out to the clubs, but I like going to like cantinas. I like going to eat and have drinks and stuff like that. Like
I was
casual.
about to say, I was about to say, club vibes don't seem like they're it anymore at all. That
Yeah,
shit is
that's
trash
true.
to me now. More than half the time I'd step foot in the club is usually dude like people already like doing some crazy shit drug wise.
Yeah.
Like I saw a dude was in the bathroom line and he just knocked the fuck out, foaming out the mouth and shit.
Oh
You
my
see
god.
stuff like that. There's dudes in there pulling and grabbing females like they know them and shit, and I didn't like that at all. And then you have females that are just walking up to random dudes, twerking and shit on them, and they don't even know the dude's name. They
Yeah,
haven't said a
they
word to the dude. So it's a terrible place to be, in my opinion,
yeah.
because it's like, what the fuck's going on in here? I like more so like the chill bar type vibes. You know what I mean? People
So
get this.
like Puerto when I went to Puerto Rico, the clubs were popping, so that was fun. You know, you're out of town, so it's okay to do that. But like locally, not always. You know, it's a little dangerous. I
I'm
like.
glad you said Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
That's my favorite spot right
I
there.
love Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and you know what? The best thing about it was when I went over there, they thought I was local. Like they thought I was
That's crazy.
one of them. Yeah, and I could see it. You know, like
I can see it.
a lot of people say I do look Puerto Rican. No, I'm just a really lighter skinned Mexican. You know,
Yeah.
I felt that. Yeah.
I'm what's called a jueguito. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I liked about Puerto Rico. Like, it seemed more like open. Like people were more accepting. You know,
Yeah,
it
they
was
are. It wasn't no
something.
craziness. I mean, I think it's like the club, you know, like it's a strip. I can't remember the name, but like everybody was out there for like 6 o'clock in the morning.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was vibes. Like, oh
It
my
was like a
God.
big, it's like a big ass like circle type shit, and it has a bunch of
Yep.
bars and
Uh
restaurants and
huh.
shit.
Everybody outside. Oh, such a vibe.
I forgot what it was called.
I forget.
I'm like, I'm hating. I'm
Cause I
hating
went
across
there,
other
then
day.
cause I went over there, then I went back to like old San Juan because it was still popping over there.
Yeah, understand what we're doing.
And then I met some females. I was with my homies. They're like, "You want to go get high?" I was like, "I'm on vacation. Fuck it." So the way they walked us down these stairs into La Perla, and that's not for tourist people to go. I'm just gonna say,
Yeah,
like, you go down them stairs, you'll see a lot of crazy shit. So,
yeah.
but I did get high at the end of the day, and I walked my ass out, and I was chilling. But yeah, Puerto Rico was fun. I would
Yeah.
definitely go.
Wait,
I can't believe, huh?
I stayed in an Airbnb in a residential area, and then when I tell you the whole street block, the lights went out, I was so scared. I was like, "What is going on?" And it was like, it was kind of in it was a nice Airbnb, but it wasn't in like an upscale area. Of course, it's like kind of like third world, right?
Yeah,
So it's not. It was
I
scary,
think I know what you're
but it
talking
was
about.
safe. It was safe.
It's safe, but like they still like it's all like a little bit different. So, a lot of times they say it's a little more dangerous, but it's still like safe to like be out there and stuff.
Yeah,
yeah. It's like any other place. Like if you're there minding your business and not like trying to be uppity, you'll be fine.
yeah.
You know, you'll be straight. But there's also certain places like in Mexico. This is why I couldn't go back over there. It's because it don't matter if you're minding your own business. Like cops
Yeah.
will pull you over and be like, "Pay me this amount of money, and I'll let you pass." Type shit, you know. And then
Yeah, I heard about that today.
you got the cartel people to worry about. They own each fucking section of Mexico, so it's like you're gonna be playing by their rules. You know, that's why a lot of people want to get out of there.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
And
where is
then
it a good place to go? Because I've never been to Mexico, but I do want to go.
if you stick to the resorts, yeah.
Resorts. Yeah,
If you
okay.
step out the resorts,
See you.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you, they say that too. Like they'll be like, "You step off the resort, I'm not responsible. Have fun. Go do your thing."
Yeah, it's
You know?
Like
crazy.
if you do go, you have to go like not be flashy kind of thing. Like like you kind
Yeah.
of just go for the vibe kind
I'd
of
have to
because
take these off. I'd have to take my watch off
Just, yeah,
because they'll take
like
this.
lounge clothes and nothing too flashy.
mhm. And
Even clothes, like, they'll take clothes too. Like if you have nice pair of pants on, like guess what? It's theirs now.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You just
Yeah,
got
like
some new Jordans. Not anymore. You know.
my friend told me he went to like Cancun and like one of the cops from there like put a gun to his head and he's like, "You give me their money or like and it's because he had a luxury car. He did a rental, and I'm like, dude, why would you even do that?
In
Like,
Mexico.
it's Mexico. Like, why would you do that? And I
Hey,
guess he
nice
was just
car.
trying to
Give
live
me
his
it.
best
You
life,
know.
but
Yeah.
he
It's
definitely
it's a
got a
crazy area to be for sure, and it's really bad right now too because there's a whole cartel war and shit going on over there. So a lot of people aren't wanting to go and see family over there. People want to get out of there. It's crazy as fuck right now, you know. And not only that, but I don't know. Are you Mexican as well?
I'm Mexican. Yeah, I had to move out because it got so dangerous in my
Look,
city. So
so
we moved out.
do you consider yourself more Chicana or
Chicana.
I'm like half at this point because I can like Spanish is my first language. like all my family. Like I'm raised with my Mexican side of my family, but I
Okay.
moved back at like 8 years old. So I don't know how like now I'm 26. So it's like now
Okay.
I feel like I've been living my like half and half.
Yeah.
But I would
Yeah.
say like more Mexican than like
So
from Chicago.
so for me, and it's only because I was born in the States, and
Mhm.
I grew up around Mexican Americans, so Chicanos is
Yeah,
what you know what I'm saying. And it's weird being a Chicano, Mexican American, because you're not Mexican enough to be over there, and you're not American enough to Americans. It seems like
yeah.
so
That's
we're kind of just dead ass just stuck in the
You're in
middle.
the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
and
like I feel you because like I was born here. My mom just didn't like Chicago. Like she originally came to visit family, and I was born like ahead of my like due date. Like I was
yeah,
premature, and she came to buy clothes and like see like family before she was due, and then like she gave birth. Her water broke at the mall, and I was born here, but she didn't even wait like 2 weeks for her to fly back out to Mexico. So I was there for like most of my childhood, and I moved back here. So it's crazy because like you say, like I am never like I don't feel like American enough. Like sometimes I still like, struggle with my English and stuff like that.
yeah.
And like over there, I'm like my Spanish is probably now like not the best, and like so it's kind
Yeah.
of weird.
Like over there, they'll be able to tell if you're not from Mexico, if you haven't lived there in a while. And
yeah.
if you haven't lived there in a while, you're just as bad as a regular, non-Mexican type living there. So it's crazy. It's
True.
crazy.
Have you always lived in there in Chicago, or like both of you guys, or
I've been to Chicago, but I was a kid, so I don't really. I just remember it being cold as fuck.
it's
Yeah,
so
I live in Dallas, but I'm from the Bay Area, so
oh okay.
yeah.
How's
I'm
the weather over there?
It was warm a couple of days ago, and now it's getting cold again. And it was like hot, like 75,
I'm
60.
in I'm in El Paso, Texas. So
Oh, okay. Cool. I like
it's
El Paso. I like El Paso. I
do
remember
you?
taking a Greyhound, like traveling from California to when I was younger to
Yeah.
Texas, and we would always stop in El Paso. It's
El
crazy.
Paso's cool. I fuck with it. It reminds me of where I'm actually from. I'm originally from Colorado, Southern Colorado. It's like El Paso minus all the sand and shit. But I don't
Yeah.
mind El Paso. I like it. A lot of people don't like it because there's like not enough green or some shit like that. But I haven't really paid attention to it. I'm like, it's warm here. It's cold, like maybe for a little bit, then it'll warm back up. I'm
Yeah.
chilling. I like it. You know,
Yeah.
it's cool in my opinion. I wouldn't live here though. I'd just visit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like find a place where I actually want to live. Like I like Chicago, but like I want it to be like have a little like studio in here just to come back. But the weather is just insane. Like
Is it
I,
cold or
it gets so cold. It's like either really
yeah,
hot or really
cold?
cold.
Yeah, I don't do well with cold weather. Like that shit hurts.
So bad.
That shit
It's
is painful.
depressing.
You
It was
know.
cold out here though, like 12 degrees. So I'm like, I hate it. I
And I'm
can't.
not a big dude either, so it's not. It don't take much for me to get cold. Like I
You
don't got.
gotta
I
be
don't,
layering up. Yeah,
I don't
it's
got enough fat on me to keep me warm.
Got to get you a big old puffer.
I know. Look like I'm from New York and shit.
Yeah. But I heard
Okay.
Chicago was beautiful. Oh my
I,
gosh.
yeah, it's really nice. I love the like downtown. I think is the most part where they show it off and whatnot. But I think like I like to spend most of my summer visiting like downtown, just doing like they have a lot of festivals.
Yeah.
I went to a festival by myself last summer, and I think that's when I kind of stopped drinking because it went so crazy.
Yeah.
It was just a wild experience. It was really fun, but I
I
like dang.
bet.
Um, but definitely they have a lot of like they have the taste of Chicago, all this extra stuff that you can do, and I feel like if it wasn't for the weather, I'd probably like live here for just for the rest of my life. But I'm not sure. I thought I wanted to move to Cali. I visited,
Yeah.
and like it's so different from Chicago. I don't know. I
Which
like
part
now.
though? Because I'm from the Bay Area, so that's totally different from LA. I never been there.
Yeah,
Like I got family that live in Pasadena, so kind
Oh
of
yeah.
more in that area. But when I went over there, I saw some weird shit in the Hollywood area, and I was like, yeah, this ain't it. This is not it. And then
I
Pasadena, you take that turn, You're in the middle of the fucking ghetto, so
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I went to visit one of my close friends in Lancaster. He lived, but I went originally to go see Bad Bunny like a concert, and um that was in like yeah like LA more that area. So we stayed in like a hotel in there, but it was like it wasn't bad. It was just like the distances to everything. Like it was like an hour away kind of thing, and I was like, I need to get to places. Like I usually go back and forth.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I could do like Cali. I would visit again, but
I
not to
think
live.
certain parts of Cali is doable, but majority is like there's a lot of people moving there too. So
Yeah.
it's like the new Houston. Like Houston's like that now. Like everybody and their mama want to move to Houston now.
What's
You
the
think?
hype? I've never been to Houston like that.
Meg the Stallion.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. But a lot of people want to move to Houston.
I feel like Cali is because of social media. I feel like a lot of like influencers and social media go there to like
True.
try.
It's definitely because there's a lot of
Right?
influencers and people think that if they move out there, they're gonna blow up significantly just for living there. Right? I'm just letting them live their life. Like, hey, do you? Shit.
I definitely feel like it's more normalized over there though, like influencing life and all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
I
They
grew up like
literally, sorry to cut you off, they
no,
literally don't care. You'll be in somewhere public and they'll be like vlogging and taking pictures
hmm
and like it's nothing.
and over here like I'll
I'll
be
be too
taking a
shy.
picture. They're like side eyeing me, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
like
damn.
what? Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
um,
Motherfuckers in costumes and shit
Yeah.
over here like forcing a picture, and they're like they'll forcefully take a picture like with you. And they're like, give me $5. Fuck, I don't want to take a picture with you, dirty ass Spider Man. Crazy as
that
hell.
point.
Do you guys go to Vegas?
To where?
Do you
Wanna
go
go.
to Vegas?
No, I stopped there, but I never really like
Oh,
I like
girl.
gone.
Vegas. I
I
like.
love Vegas. I used to live there 3 years ago. I would live there. I would retire there if I had to.
Are you a sports fan?
I am super sports fan.
Or
Yeah.
like what's your football team?
Raiders, of course.
Oh, we gonna be
And
Bears for the
Raiders and the
kid.
49ers, of course, because of where I'm from.
Bear your teams, yeah. But I'm a Raiders fan myself, so it's always nice meeting someone else that likes the Raiders.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing Lakers for basketball.
Um, no, I'm not a Lakers fan. Of course, the Warriors and the Mavs. I am a Mavs fan. So.
I like the Celtics. That's where we split right there. Like football season will be chilling, but basketball season might have to step away. What about you? Are you a sports fan too?
I'm not super big, not gonna lie. Not gonna like lie. But I was literally just talking about it to my one of my gym friends. They're like, you should go to like we have a lot of like baseball like games over here.
Oh yeah.
Like they have like the Cubs and like the White Sox and whatnot. And I was like, I have never tried it. Like I never really talked to any guys that like talk to me about sports or anything. So I always been like a girly girl, and I'm like I know
Yeah.
nothing, you know.
Yeah, baseball is pretty
I'm about to
cool.
say though,
I'm
usually
not
usually the girly girls don't have like a player that they really like just because he looks good.
Yeah,
I like whatever team he plays on. Like, okay.
true.
Yeah.
I think that yeah, they were like that for Jalen Hurts. He's for the Eagles quarterback. So people were like, "Oh yeah, he fine." And if he goes to another team, I'm gonna like that team too. Okay, shit.
I'm more like that with like
That's funny.
celebrity, like singers and whatnot. Like I used to swear I used to be like in love with Bad Bunny. It was like I had a fake. Yeah,
You had an imaginary relationship with him.
yeah, yeah. Basically, I'm low key marry him, but like he has changed a lot. So it's like
Is he still with the Jenner chick?
I
No.
don't know.
I don't think. Oh, what's her name?
Kendall.
Kendall.
Kendall,
Yeah.
yeah. Bro, I almost said Chris. Like I think that's the mom.
He might be though. Wait, what you say?
I said I almost said Chris. I think that's the mom or some shit.
That's
Oh
the mom.
yeah.
And mama probably still trying to get some too. Like you never know. But yeah, I don't know if her and Bad Bunny is still together or not. So I haven't heard much about that. I
A
just
lot of
know I just know
yeah,
they say they ruin careers, so I was like, fuck, he better watch out.
other curse.
Yeah, they got that curse or some shit.
I don't believe in that. I actually love the Kardashians, believe it or not. But
As long as you aren't a big fan of Sexy Red, we'll be fine.
oh yeah, she cool, but
No,
He said no.
usually I'd be
What's
like
wrong with
somewhat.
sexy? Red?
Usually I'd be like somewhat nice and be like, yeah, she alright, but I can't even do that.
she's not nobody that I would just like put on my radio or
Nah,
I
and
wouldn't.
it's just the unexpected shit she says too, and it's like, what the fuck?
What bothers you about it?
First off, she's so open. She's very fucking open about talking about her brown booty hole.
Oh Jesus.
Talk about I'm working hard, my pussy stinks, and then earlier you was like, my pussy never stinks. Like, what the
What?
fuck?
So that ties into the new generation. That right there.
Yes, yes,
So,
and you know these females are hyping that shit up. Like, yeah, my pussy stinks too. Okay,
Okay,
cool.
what about Ice Spice?
I spice.
Okay, okay.
She's what I say is I. She's I. I have no
I love
problem.
Ice Spice.
Yeah,
What about Doja Cat, you guys?
that girl demonic, bro.
She changed though, like she changed a lot.
That girl is
I used
with.
to love her though.
I
Not gonna
used
lie,
to
I
love
love
her.
her
I think I
music.
still love
I like
her.
the 2020 version of her. I don't like this version.
She
Like
got
this
real.
Right, I don't
version,
like this version either. I'm like, what happened?
she been spending too much time with the devil. Mm.
It's LA.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely LA.
It's Hollywood.
The
I feel a
Hollywood
lot of people say
weirdos.
she's just trolling, but I feel like it definitely goes a little way more than
You would
that.
think
Like
like some of the shit the crazy shit she's doing, like yeah, she's got to be fucking with people, but at the same time, you're like, I don't know though. Like she looks like she's really wanting to do this, so I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know, but I do like a lot of the female rappers. You know, I like Lotto. Lotto's dope. That's
Bottles. Yeah.
she look good. You know,
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion, fucking Cardi
I
B's always
know
a G though.
Megan and Nikki are like beefing, right?
They are beefing.
Megan and Nicki, and then before
I
that it
like
was
both.
like
That's really hard for me right now.
before that. And then what was it before that? Nicki and Cardi B or some shit?
Nicki and Cardi. And
Are they
Cardi's
still
not even
beefing?
on social media anymore.
She's not.
I haven't seen Cardi like posting anything. Look,
She
We
I
about
split up
follow.
to
with her mans. I noticed that.
Did she
well, we
go
about to
live
come
or
back.
some
'Cause
shit?
I kind of feel like she got off social media too. I haven't seen her.
I have not seen her.
Oh yeah, no, she right here.
When's the last time you posted?
January 1st. So yeah, about a month.
Dang, girl.
Like she's still on there. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, she's still on there.
Um,
She took a good month off. You know, I think that's healthy for her.
because of
Take
what she going through and stuff. So,
I wish Nicki would do the same shit.
yeah, Nikki. I love Nikki.
Did you liked her new song, huh? You like Bigfoot? That what is it? The album?
I haven't heard Bigfoot, but I've heard all the other songs.
You heard it?
I haven't
I
heard it.
haven't heard it, but I think it's funny. You're like, you heard it, like you know what song it is.
Nah, cause I heard it was the diss, like she was dissing.
Oh, like the this, yeah.
Like
No,
singing.
I like her old music too. I feel like now she focuses too much on beefing with the rest of the female rappers. Back then, she would do her own thing and like she was popping that way. I feel
You're
like
so sweet.
Don't get me wrong, she looked good, you know.
oh,
And
she looked good.
they did a great job on her Call of Duty character. So when I see people running around with that skin, I'm like, shit. They put way too much ass on it, you know? It's crazy.
I
Yeah.
think she was like my first concert I went to. Like she had like her first pink print, and she was dating Meek Mill at that time.
She didn't
I
like
heard some
that
stuff
though.
about, I heard some stuff about that. Like
Yeah,
she
some guy went live and saying like he put her out in the middle of the night in the woods and stuff. Yeah, one of his friends. But I don't know. She's
I don't know.
dead. So
The dude she's with now, like I don't even know if he's like famous or what. Like when I looked him up, like all I saw was like criminal charges and shit.
yeah.
Sounds like this girl with a whole criminal.
I don't know.
She just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go with a hood, and you're gonna be the one." That
What
was
do we
it.
know?
She
Yeah.
needed to stay with Drake when he wanted her.
Yeah.
A cute duo.
Drake is a sussy dude, man.
Drake is overrated. But his
He's definitely
concert,
overrated,
I
but
wanted to go to the concert, but the tickets were way too high.
he's definitely overrated. But I definitely think he's sussy. Like some of the
He's
shit he
sassy
do is
now,
real.
but
You said he's
he's
sassy.
cool though. Yeah, he's sassy. He turned a little sassy. I went to his concert this summer. He played all his old songs and whatnot, so it was nice because like I like his old music more than his
So
newer music.
why you say he's sassy? I never heard that man get called that before.
No, what? He's
Nah,
such a dick.
I say like sus, like he's very sussy.
Well, like sus, but like sassy is like sassy man. Like it's like the man that like you would say a guy is sassy. He waits for you to text him first. Like
Oh, he not sassy, but like he a fuckboy. Is what you're saying.
kinda like I
Been
guess
that. He's always been that though.
like
That's why they call him certified. That's why they call him certified lover boy because he's like that.
yeah. I
I don't
mean, I
know.
don't know what for her she would like consider like sassy man, but definitely over here where I'm from, it's like a thing. Like he's like that way sassy. Like leave him alone.
I feel like New York guys are sassy. Oh.
I don't know how the fuck I'd feel if I got called sassy by a female. Like, what do you mean sassy? What the fuck? I feel like
Mm,
I feel like they're calling me a female. Like, I don't know.
yeah, like you're giving female behavior, kinda like.
Well, then, yeah, they are. Okay.
It's
That's
been
crazy.
very few men that I run into like that, but it's definitely I'm like whoa, like yeah.
You'll definitely call them sassy if you ran into someone like that.
I would hate to be called sassy. I wouldn't even know what to say. What the fuck? That's like one of those
You're
things you
like,
just pause for a second. Like, what the fuck did she just say to me? Like, she called me sassy? That's crazy.
yeah, it's like I mean I don't know what would be the equivalent to like calling a woman like it's like like how like some guys
There's
think
some dudes that just be like, you're being a female. Like, I don't know.
Or
no
feminine.
like how some guys think like some women are like overly like masculine but not really like they're just like independent. I've been told that before like you're too independent for
Oh,
me like
yeah. I don't
I'm
get
like
that.
what.
Just because a female independent don't make her masculine. Now, if she's like, she's in a relationship and she's like, I'm gonna be on top and this is how it's gonna go, then yeah,
Yeah,
you got yourself a dominant one right there. But yeah, being independent that doesn't make you masculine. That just means you're focused on your own shit. You
Yeah.
know, you'll have hating people say that shit though, and I don't understand it.
it's
Yeah.
just independent woman. I don't think it's for weak men like and I'm not trying to like degrade any
You're not
like
wrong.
men but like you know if you don't have a strong personality you might take it like to offense instead of understanding the other
Not
person.
only that, but like if the female's really on her grind and really like focusing on her shit still while she's in the relationship, the dude's gonna feel some type of way because he's not
Oh
getting all the attention and all this shit. And he's gonna be acting sassy like y'all said.
like yeah no it happens so it's like I remember like I was studying to like get my teaching license and a guy was like oh like just because of what you study like I feel like you're pressuring me to like be somebody like better for you but like he was taking it like to offense and I was like you do you like I mean
Yeah,
you would want to do good for yourself no like I would think
I think
like
I think it's just a good starting point to know what to focus on, what you got to do, and then when it comes to relationships, what to look for. I think as long as you know what to look for, what not to go towards, you'll be fine. Don't ignore the icks. Like people say, like ignore the icks, like it's not a big deal. But I feel like the icks kind of also low key might tell you something.
Basically, the red flags. Yeah.
Like they're like the lead up to the red flags later on.
Yeah.
So if I was you, I would ignore them because I don't fucking ignore them. So
you think like men change because I don't think men change. I just feel like there's so many of women that I met where they're like they swear up and down like
What do you
And I was
mean they don't change? Oh, you feel like they act the same throughout the whole
Like
relationship?
change their ways
like just in general, like not even
There's
just really.
some dudes that will. There's some dudes that
temporarily.
will. And I'm talking about the dudes that just want what's in the pants and not anything else. They will have a whole strategy for that shit.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely agree.
So I definitely think they'll change their ways, but to benefit themselves. Now, if the dude is like serious about a relationship, then he'll probably like change his flaws for you, for the female. But we don't see that shit nowadays. So
Yeah, I'm like, can't relate. I never met anyone like that.
yeah, but we are about at that hour mark. But before we end it off, there's like a little Q&A. So the people that watch the podcast, listen to the podcast, they just ask random questions, sometimes bold questions. All I ask is answer them as best you can if they're bold, like that. Uh, let me see. Let me see. So here's the first one. Okay. Did
So
you see?
yeah, so it says like, what's our type in men?
Yeah, yeah. That's what that question was asking.
Mm, dang, I feel like I don't have a type that like, but
The
for
deep
what
voice.
currently I feel like focused men kind of like just secure themselves because like I run into a lot of insecure men and that like goes like very sideways for a relationship kind of thing in every aspect.
So so
Um,
so a man that's like confident within himself.
yeah, kind of. And just like ambitious and honest. And of course, you gotta be somewhat attracted. I feel like personally, I don't give like super, super handsome pretty boys a chance because they're already like players. So that's just one thing about me. I'm like, you're too handsome. I can't date you. I'm a little on the jealous side. So just because
She
I'm
said
a
they,
little
she said
possessive.
they're having too much. They're having too much fun.
Yeah.
Damn. What about you?
um, Focus definitely, and someone that's just driven. Of course, ambition that has ambition, and just want something out of life. Those type of guys that are not
Okay.
playing around, and then they're just serious about their craft. Those type of guys. Like,
Okay, I got you. I think those are good answers. Like you guys aren't like you guys are not trying to stick solely just to the looks. Like you're trying to look deeper beyond the looks, which is good. I think that's very good. Here's the next one.
Mm,
well,
um. The Personally, I don't think race matters. I um Sometimes there's like some cultural things that can get in the way, but I feel like if you really want to put the effort in like getting to know someone, like that's not gonna be like a thing.
Yeah,
Personally, I dated like different kinds of like races, and like I learn from them, they learn from me, and like you learn new things, and it's like an interesting thing to try out because like if you just close yourself to that like area, sometimes
yeah.
you might
People
not
need to
find
be
something better. I don't
people
know.
need to
That's
be.
just me though.
I think people need to be more open minded for sure. Um,
Yeah,
but I agree with you personally. I don't think that matters at all. I will say, a lot of like white girls never really fuck with me. So I don't know why.
really.
Yeah, yeah. There's only white girls don't fuck with me. I don't know why. Like it was mainly Latinas and light skinned black girls that liked me. It was not white
like,
people.
wow.
Yeah, yeah. That was like the main thing. But like I would say like all the other ones would give me a chance if I were to shoot my shot versus a white girl. Like white girls were like, nah, you don't wear boat shoes, so we can't talk to you. Type shit. So I was like, all right, whatever.
Uh,
I wish I was making that shit up.
Yeah,
For real.
race doesn't matter to me. I've dated outside my race multiple times, so as long as you're not weird, that's all that matters.
Yeah, yeah, don't be a weirdo. Don't be Hollywood. You know. Here's the next one here.
Hmm. Wait, I'm like blind. Looking
No,
at them.
hold on.
Uh,
Do you do that?
Hanson. What?
So I'm guessing they're asking if y'all do that when y'all break.
No.
If you break down in front of your friend, kind of.
No, like they're asking like if you like I don't know, they're asking some like Disney fucking shit, I guess. Like they're asking like if you like start crying or whatever, like if you break down crying, do you have your hands over your face while you're crying? Type shit.
Like animated, like
You know what I'm
dramatic.
talking about? That's why I said Disney. Yeah. Yeah.
um, no, I've never done that before.
You never done that? Have you ever done I've never done that. Have you ever done that?
I
Oh,
don't think so. Unless I'm hiding my face to like try to like stop. But like
So
I
like
can't.
wait, what does that mean? Behind your face and stop.
Like if you break down crying kind of thing. Like like if I just kind of like go like
Oh, like
I
to wipe your eyes or something?
yeah I hate like people seeing my vulnerable side. So like I'll kind of like wipe it off right away.
Oh, I
So that's
got
probably as close as it gets to that. But I feel like that's completely different
you.
from what
Right.
yeah,
you.
I
I
think
feel
you're
like with relationships, no, but like if it's a family, like a death in the family or something, yeah. But
so like when you had a death in the family, that's what you did?
yeah, cause yeah,
I think it's just like hard to recall because
So
like when you're like, crying, you're like not really paying
so
attention.
that is a thing because I thought like this person was just like being funny with the questions because I didn't know people actually
That's the
did.
random discussion so far I
No,
ever
because
made.
I didn't know people actually did like those animated fucking cars, like you said.
but people, I mean, you see it in the movies, like when it comes to like relationships and stuff, they're super dramatic and have you
Oh
So
taken?
okay,
yeah,
hold on. So
I
so
think.
what is it?
You
Okay,
know what I mean? Like,
yeah. How would you do your own like like animated cry type shit?
What?
Cause I'm mad confused. Like, how would you do it and how would you do it? Cause I'm mad confused.
that's acting. That's just straight up acting. If you
Right.
like dramatically cry with your hands over your face, that's acting to me.
I'm saying like, what does it like look like? Like, you don't have to actually cry. But I'm saying like when your hands are on your face, like, what does that look like? Are you holding
I
them
used
there?
to have a girlfriend that like she was in a toxic relationship and like not trying to air her out, but like she literally would just like because she would stay with her man even if it made her cry because they were toxic like that, and she was just like kind of let's say you're like talking to her and then she just turns around and she starts like sobbing kind of thing, like like dramatically kind of like turn their waist around or something like that. I feel like, but she wouldn't really be crying. She just wanted to make him feel bad, kind of.
Right.
But I feel
I
like
just didn't know people actually did that shit, bro. Like I thought people would just be wiping tears, like
it's kind of like you have to have certain kind of like way of being to do that stuff.
that's what I'm
Like
saying. Because I've never seen anybody do that. Only in fucking like the dramatic
In movies,
movies.
right?
Well, not even in movies. Like, in the movies, like they just let the face get all, weird and shit when they're crying. It's mainly like the cartoons, Disney movies, and shit like that. That you'll see
like the
that.
Disney princesses that they throw themselves at the bed and then they sob. Yeah.
Exactly, the real dramatic shit. But what would like what I was asking before? What would that look like for y'all? Because like you said you kind of do it, and then you said I don't know if you said you just wipe the eyes. I don't know, but
Like
what does it look like when like for you? Just
I
like
suck.
that? Like you just put on like that?
Well, what
Like
about the free? But
for
I don't know.
Hmm.
It's kind
Yeah.
of hard to gotta
You
be
said
in
that's
the
what?
moment. Gotta be in the moment in order to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
this
That was an
person.
interesting damn question, and I don't think it should have been that interesting. Like that shit was wild. But all right. This is the last one here. Okay, now
Come
people
on.
be funny. People,
what?
people being funny now.
Oh, charismatic and a tough
That's a
person.
fucking thing. I learn
Hold
something
on.
new every
Yeah.
day. I learn
Can
something
you
new
use my
every day.
hand? That means.
If
I
you use
guess.
if you use one hand, that means you're charismatic. Wait,
So like,
With a tough personality, meaning like you don't really care, or with two hands. I didn't know that was a thing. That's something
I
too.
guess that kind of makes sense because like, I feel like if you use both hands, then it's like
Sincere.
you're more so like I don't know, not seen as hard, I guess. And then if you use one, I don't know.
I'm trying to think of it. So
This shit is mind boggling.
Yeah.
like,
So what would y'all be? One hand or both hands? I guess.
um,
I'm definitely a both
I
hands, but
You said you're definitely both hands.
yeah.
I think it depends. Like, if I don't want to like not look at what like they're telling me to, like, if I don't trust you, I'm gonna put one hand. Or, like, if I'm like, oh, they're playing with me or they want to say something, say,
So I
oh,
think
So it
something
just
based off what it's
depends.
as. So I'm saying like based off what it's as. Like if someone were to for some reason tell you like, hey, cover your eyes real quick, and your natural instinct was to use both hands, or yeah, is it to use both hands or just one hand, just off the rip?
I feel like
I think
one.
I'll use one.
Yeah, I mean, like,
But you said what?
I think I'll use one hand if it was like that.
So what would make you use both hands? Because you was back and forth with it. I don't know.
It depends on the situation. Like it depends on what they mean by that.
So oh okay. So what would
Like
so
I've never been in that situation where someone told me, "Oh, well, like if it's like a surprise, like cover your eyes." I would use both hands. If someone's like trying to surprise me, show me
what would
something,
that what would that be like? Like you just like that or like the whole face? Like what? I don't know.
I'll just cover my eyes with both of my hands, just the eye part. I'm
Oh,
using. I have one in my hand, so I can't show you. I'm holding my phone.
yeah, no, I got you. Um, that like it's like I want to say that question is weird, but it's mind boggling
It is.
because like they're putting some facts into it. I'm like, what the fuck?
what about you? Like, what
I
would you?
use I use these. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
Okay.
if you use your hands with your shades on, then that's a different story.
that's a little different because like now your shades got all dirty, and it's
Yeah.
like, what was the whole point of that? You know, like that was just too extra. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And you said one hand too.
Yeah, I feel like I
I
don't.
think my basic, like, it'll be one hand. If someone told me to cover your eyes, I'll use one hand.
I feel like you'd be peeking though. Like
Yeah, you're right.
you be spreading your fingers to pick, or you just move your hand.
Huh?
I said you be spreading your fingers to pick, or you just move your hand.
Spread my fingers. I'll probably do it. Like
Man,
sneak. I don't
yeah.
Hit
She
them with.
know. You can see that.
she she don't know surprise before anything for sure. For sure. Yeah, that was different. But that's what I like about the questions, just because even though like they're weird, like there's always a point that they're trying to get across, I guess. And there's always some like weird random fucking facts that they put in there. So I didn't know that. So since you both said one hand, that means y'all are charismatic and have a tough, which means you guys will fight other females if you had to.
Uh,
Did I hit that on the nail? Kind of deal.
I like to think I'm calm now, but back then probably.
Yeah. Definitely wouldn't fight today.
No, it's too late. And y'all are still at home, so no, y'all don't need to fight tonight. No, absolutely not. But yeah, that about wraps up this podcast. I appreciate both of y'all coming on. This was a vibe for sure. You
Yeah, it
know,
was. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, yeah. Thank
absolutely,
you.
absolutely. So it was just funny because originally it was like me and you were on here, and then I honestly I forgot that I told you for tonight. 'Cause I was like, oh, I remember before, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, you still down for tonight? And she's like, yeah, like, send me what I gotta do. And I was like, oh fuck, all right. So that's when I sent the link and like really I did the updated poster and shit and I got it.
Oh,
So I was like, oh shit. I kind of saved it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I was
I'm
like,
glad
I
you were
don't
able
know.
to add her.
You said what?
I'm glad you're able to add her because
Yeah. So
dating is
that's
more interesting.
That's what I'm saying. Like I like doing more of this group stuff because I used to just do like me and like one other person. Like I'll probably still do that sometimes,
Yeah.
but I like to make the group type podcast. I feel like they're a lot better.
Like you're able to like like compare and contrast kind of like opinions and stuff. So it's kind
Yeah,
of cool.
and not only that, it's not just like two people learning off each other. It's like there's three or there's four, you know. And depending on how many people there are, someone might argue, and it's like, oh
Has it ever happened? Like we're like,
no. But
yeah.
I feel like because I could fit 9 people on here, so I feel like if I get 9 people, and if they're majority, I hate to say females, there's gonna be some drama
There's gonna
probably.
be disagreement. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Do that one day and
yeah.
add us both.
Like a dude will say something fucked up, and the dude will be like,
Oh yeah.
no, you know, and I'm just gonna sit there like, wow, this is what 9 people is. Okay, so we'll definitely see what that partakes to in the future. I'm curious myself.
You're like, I have to mentally prepare for that one.
No, because I've never had an argument on here. Like
No,
me, I've never argued, but I've never had other people argue either. So it'll be interesting. I'm not drama type person.
no,
So
you seem very chill. Like
I'll
very
let
laid.
that shit. I'll let them argue it out. If it takes the whole podcast time, that's fine too. I'm like, I'm just sitting here watching this at this point. I'm watching something that I'm supposed to be entertaining over here, you know? So, but with that being said, I appreciate y'all getting on, and y'all stay updated with the posts, and y'all stay in touch.
All right.
Alrighty, thank you. You
Yep.
Bye.
guys